students. In today's class we are going to discuss about effects of air pollution on human being, animals, vegetations and aesthetic value. So coming to effects of air pollution on human beings, air pollution causes adverse effects on the human beings. It affects respiratory tract, lung systems. It irritates the respiratory tract. It irritates eyes, nose and throat. Some of the harmful particles present in the atmosphere is called as pollutants, which causes a harmful effects such as lead particles causes lead poisoning, and cadmium particles causes cardiovascular disease, kidney and liver damage. Nickel particle causes respiratory damage, and mercury particles affects the central nervous systems, kidney and brain. Radioactive substances affect the future generations. So these are the health problems which are caused by some of the toxic air pollutants. So this picture represents the diseases which are caused by the air pollution on human beings, such as cancer, asthma, chronic bronchitis, birth defect, miscarriages, cough, throat irritation, nervous system damage, developmental problems in children, skin rashes, kidney and liver damage. So next, these are some of the health effects of the pollutions. Um, Pollutions are such as air pollution, water pollutions and soil pollutions. And air pollutions, because of the pollutants present in the atmosphere, causes some of the harmful disease such as the material pollutants, carbon monoxide and particulate matter present causes headache and respiratory illness. Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide affects the respiratory tract and it results in respiratory illness, which results in cardiovascular system problem. And volatile organic compounds results in cancer risk, nausea and skin irritations. Lead particles present in the atmosphere, it affects the nerve damage. Particulate matter and ozone affects the respiratory illness. So some of the harmful components present in the water creates the water pollution such as bacteria, parasites and chemicals. It results in harmful health effects such as headache and cardiovascular illness. So next, the pesticides which are present in the soil particles results in soil contaminations. So the diseases which are uh, caused because of the um, soil pollutions are such as headache and fatigue, cardiovascular illness, gastroenteritis, nausea. These are the disease which are formed because of the pesticides present in the soil matter. This diagram represents the air pollutions, outdoor air pollutions and indoor air pollution. So the two types of air pollutions. And indoor air pollution means it is caused because of the gases emitted from the stove and furniture effects. So furniture, it emits some of the air particles, dust which results in the air pollutions, and cigarette smoking also comes under the indoor air pollutions. Next, coming to the outdoor air pollutions, it causes certain impacts of air pollutants on human health, such as it affects the central nervous systems, results in autism, physiological development in children, increased depressive symptoms in the elderly patients, results in stroke. And some of the pulmonary disease and cardiovascular disease are caused in the elderly patients because of the air pollution. So next, adverse effects on the plants. So air pollution causes some of the adverse effects on the plants. It causes widespread damage to natural vegetations and economic crops. Many species are susceptible to damage even at a low concentration. Gaseous pollutants are actively mobilized by some plants, and these plants are employed as indicators of air pollutants. So next, pollutants affecting the plants: sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, ozone, peroxyl nitrate, mercury, hydrogen sulfide and photochemical smoke. These are some of the forms of damages to leaves. So there are four types of damages: necrosis, chlorosis, abscission, epinasty. Necrosis means killing or collapse of tissue. Chlorosis means loss of reduction of chlorophyll results in fading of the leaves, green color to yellowish or green, pale green. So abscission means dropping of the leaves, and epinasty means downward curvature of leaf due to the higher rate of growth on the upper surface. These are the four forms of kinds of injury to plants: acute injury, chronic injury, and growth or yield retardation. So acute injury means short term to high concentration, which occurs under fumigation condition. So effects are noted within few hours to few days. It makes visible markings on the leaves. Chronic injury means long term to low concentrations. So growth or yield retardation means it affects on growth of the plants without visible markings. Usually the suppression of growth or yield occurs. So next one is other effects of such as cell metabolism disruption, leaf injury and loss, reduced growth and reproduction, increase in susceptibility of plants to attack by insects. Sulfur dioxide effect. Acute injury and chronic injury are two types of injuries. The symptoms appear as two-sided lesions that usually occur between the veins and occasionally along the margin of the leaves. Color of the necrotic area can vary from light tan or near white to an orange, red or brown depending on the time, the plant species affected and weather conditions, results in certain weather conditions. So next one is chronic injury. So the symptoms appear as yellowing or chlorosis of the leaf and occasionally as bronzing on the undersurface of the leaves. So these are the trees which is damaged by the sulfur emissions. This one is acute sulfur dioxide injury to the raspberry tree. So next one is nitrogen dioxide effect. So seriously injured vegetations at certain concentrations are caused because of the nitrogen dioxide gas emitted. So its effects includes bleaching, causing leaves to fall and reducing growth rate. So bleaching is otherwise called as killing plant tissue. Sometimes the nitrogen dioxide gas which causes effects on the plants results in causing the leaves to fall and it reduces the growth rate. So next one is peroxyl nitrate effect. So PAN has more soluble alkyl groups will be readily taken up by the plants. PAN damage can occur at a lower levels of the concentrations about 0.01 parts per million for a few hours or even within few minutes within a levels near 0.1 parts per million. PAN entry into the leaf through the stomata. It affects the parenchymatous in the vicinity of the stomata. The damage is reflecting in lower and upper surface of the leaves. So this picture represents the leaf. First one is light injury, next one is moderate injury, and third one is heavy injury. Enzymes phosphoglucomutase and phosphorylase are inhibited by peroxyl nitrate. Peroxyl nitrate can inhibit the mobilization of starch in darkness due to suppression of phosphorylase reaction. It inhibits CO2 fixation during photosynthesis. Fatty acid synthesis is affected by peroxyl nitrate due to oxidations of NADPH. So the next one is effects of air pollutions on plants. So fluorine is the main air pollutant which affects the plants. Excess concentration of fluorine causes phototoxicological effect. It reduces the yield of the crops. So next one is effects of air pollutions on the plants. There are two major effects of air pollutions on the plant. First one is photosynthesis, which reduces the photosynthesis effect, and second one is reduces the nutrient present in the vegetables. So the next one is effects of air pollutions on the animals. The three major elements present in the air causes the major harmful effects on the animals. First one is fluorine, arsenic and lead. So fluorine reduces milk productions, lack of appetite and reduces fertility. Arsenic material creates thirst, vomiting and respiratory problems. Lead poisoning leads to inability to stand, diarrhea and affects digestive tract. Effects of air pollutions on materials. Some of the effects of the air pollutions on the material such as corrosion effect, chemical attack, abrasion, deposit and removal, sulfur dioxide, acids and gases leads to color deformation, loss of metal, reduction in tensile strength. Oxidants reduces the tensile strength. The hydrogen sulfide and suspended particulate matter leads to cracking effect. So this picture denotes the effects of air pollutions on the plants. So the first one A is represents the particles, B which denotes hydrophilic or low molecular weight gaseous pollutants effects. Third one is lipophilic or high molecular weight gaseous pollutants. So first one A particles. So this A particles means it affects the leaf particles which results in leaching. So leaching means some of the acid rain which is falling over the leaves causes the effect that is called as leaching effect, means soon the leaves are started shedding out from the plants. And it results in resuspension, leaf decompositions, some of the depositions of acid rain on the land surface which causes land decomposition, leaf decomposition. It affects the surface depot and results in roughness, hair and waxes. So the second one is hydrophilic or low molecular weight gaseous pollutants. So these are the gas, that is nitrogen dioxide, ozone and carbon dioxide gas, which penetrates on the leaves, which results in stomatos. That is the in this picture it represents the circular shape, green circular oval shape, which represents the penetrations by the stomata. So next one is lithophilic or high molecular weight gaseous pollutants. So actually it results in trapping in mm, epicuticular waxes. This is caused because of volatile organic compounds present in the leaf particles. Next one, effects of air pollutions on animals. Some of the toxic pollutants in the air which is deposited in the soils or surface water can impact wildlife in number of ways. Like humans, animals can experience health problems if they are exposed to sufficient concentration in air toxins over time. Air toxic or contributing to birth defects, reproductive failure, and disease in animals. Persistent toxic air pollutants, those that break down slowly in the environment or of particular concern in aquatic ecosystem. Accumulate in sediments and may biomagnify in tissues of animals. So acid rain actually, which is for acid rain formed in the air, destroys the fish life in lakes and streams. Excessive UV radiations coming from the sun through the ozone layer in the upper atmosphere, which is eroded by some air pollutants, may cause skin cancer in wildlife. Ozone in the lower atmosphere may damage lung tissue of animals. So next one, effects of air pollutions on properties. Introduction, damage to property, important economic aspect of the pollution. Damage to property covers corrosion of metals, soiling, eroding of building surface, fading of dyed material and rubber cracking. So deterioration of works of art. So mechanism deterioration, air pollutants can cause damage to materials by five mechanisms: abrasion, deposition and removal, direct chemical attack, indirect chemical attack and corrosion. The factors influencing atmospheric deterioration, some of the weather conditions such as moisture, temperature, sunlight, air movement. On building materials, smoke and aerosol adhere to stone, brick and building surface to produce unsightly coatings. Sulfur dioxide in presence of moisture react with limestone and change the color, example Taj Mahal. CO2 in presence of moisture produce carbonic acid which causes leaching problem. It requires additional cleaning expanse. So this picture represents effects of air pollutions on the properties, that is on the buildings. On paints, areas which have high exposure to the air pollutions require frequent painting. Pollutants damage protective coating. Some of the common pollutants which causes damages are such as ozone gas, hydrogen sulfide, sulfur dioxide and aerosol. Hydrogen sulfide causes darkening of surfaces covered with a paint containing white lead. So next, on textiles, sulfur dioxide causes deterioration of natural and synthetic textile fibers. Permanent damage to nylon hose. Fading of textile dyes by oxides of nitrogen ozone. Thank you, students.